tell me your name and where you teach and what you did on your fellowship?
My name is Noah Heller. I teach at the Urban Assembly New York Harbor School on Governor's Island in New York City. And for my fellowship, I had the opportunity to travel to Sulawesi, Indonesia, to study traditional boat building and culture.
And what did you do there on your fellowship?
While I was there, I sort of engaged in lots of activities. My primary learning objective was to work in traditional boat building in an age-old craft with master craftsmen, learning the trade of traditional boat building. But I also had the opportunity to immerse myself in the local culture, to learn a lot of the history, and to make lasting relationships with families and people there. So it was phenomenal.
Why did you choose to do that?
My school is a maritime high school. So as a math teacher, I'm charged with teaching students rigorous mathematics. But the theme of our school and almost all of our extra programs are dedicated to boat building, sailing, scuba diving, ocean engineering, a host of other things. And as a math teacher, I felt dedicated to the mission and vision of the school, but in a way that my curriculum was disconnected from really what we hope our students realize, which is a holistic understanding of maritime industry and trades that they could immerse themselves in. And so this was an opportunity for me to build the intellectual and experiential bridge to be able to fuse my curriculum with the mission and vision of our school.
And what was the ripple effect of that fellowship in your classroom then?
Heightened collaboration with our boat building teacher, with our ocean engineering teacher. My physics students ended up spending a lot of time in the boat building shop. This year I collaboratively team taught with our ocean engineering student in applied math and science class, dedicated to lots of the skills that I acquired on my fellowship.
And have you seen your students enjoy math more or use math in more creative ways?
I would hope that my students have always enjoyed math. I think that they're able to understand math in a more applied context, in a context that's relevant to the kind of education they're getting at the Harbor School. In terms of success in the classroom, my students have been extremely successful, and part of that is fueled not just from what I learned, but kind of by the inspiration and motivation that I was able to bring back to the classroom and really hit the refresh button and come back, not just for the next year, but the following years full of energy and sort of it helped instill in me my commitment to lifelong learning, and I hope that that is translated to my students. And I think we see that if we look at the numbers of my students, whether you want to look at how many students are passing the state exam to get an advanced Regents diploma from my classroom compared to others, or how many students are applying to be math interns with me. So yeah, I think that commitment and passion definitely comes through, and that's fueled by experiences, by the experience I had with Fun for Teachers and all these kind of being part of a larger community of educators and learners that are dedicated to increasing student achievement and making our country schools as best as they can be.
What would you tell a teacher who's considering applying for a Fun for Teachers grant?
You'd be crazy not to apply. There are people in the world who want to see you learning and want to give you the opportunities to enrich your own life and your own learning, and then bring that enrichment to your students. It's an involved application, but it's absolutely worth it, and you'd just be crazy not to apply.